Life may seem like a mysterious puzzle that we can never solve, but it's not as unknown as we've been told. There's no need to go on a wild goose chase to find the answers to life's many questions, because there are certain systems and blueprints that can actually help us with that. I'm talking about systems that are more personal and internal. One of such systems that I've found to be pretty useful is the human design system. It's like having your own personal GPS. It helps you navigate your life according to your genetic and psychological makeup. The human design system is a mix of different existing metaphysical and scientific systems like biochemistry, genetics, astrology, Kabbalah, I Ching, and even the chakra systems. Sort of like science meets magic, or like if Harry Potter worked at NASA. It's like an instruction manual, but for your life. With human design, you can know yourself on the deepest levels possible. Now, accessing the human design system is a simple process. All you need is your birth date, your birth time, and your birthplace, and you will have access to something called a body graph. There are plenty of HD websites you can use to calculate your body graph, and I've also included links to 2 of my favorite ones in the video description. In human design, your body graph is not just any ordinary chart. It's a powerful tool that provides a deep understanding of your inner self. It's a unique map of every cell in your body based on your genetic makeup. Think of it as a blueprint of who you are that doesn't change throughout your life. Taking advantage of the human design system will help you gain insight into how others affect you personally. It will also help you resist unhealthy influences that can pull you away from living your life as yourself. Trust me, your body graph will be your new BFF. Each and every one of us is like a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, like a Picasso painting. We all have our own unique combination of quirks, talents, and flaws that make us who we are. Even if you have an identical twin, for instance, you're still not quite the same as them. It's like you're both different flavors of ice cream. For this video, I'll be focusing on the 4 human design aura types that make us all so unique. Think of the types like blood types, but instead of A, B, and O, we have manifestors, generators, projectors, and reflectors. Each type has its own distinct aura and operates in a completely different way from the others. It's like we all have our own special superpower that are unique to our type. Let's go into more detail about the human design types. I'll start off with manifestors. Manifestors are like the life of the party of the human design world. Manifestors make up just 9% of everybody in the world. Like just 9%. I think that's a good thing. Trust me. When you know more about manifestors, you know that's a good thing. But hey, I'm leaving biases behind. Manifestors are the initiators, the ones who take action and make things happen. But don't expect them to stick around for long. They're not designed to be your 9-to-5 kind of folks. They'll get things going and then boom, they're off to the next project or a new territory. If you're in need of a little push or some inspiration, look no further than a manifestor. They'll get you on your way in no time. On to generators. Generators make up around 70% of the world's population. Yes, most of the people in the world are generators. Talk about being the real MVPs. These handy machines are built to be the ultimate workhorses, getting the job done with their own life force energy source that keeps on regenerating. It's like they're the Energizer Bunny on steroids. So the next time you need something built or powered up, just remember that generators are the true superheroes of the workforce. But here's the deal. Not all generators are created equal. Some are just plain old generators, while others are fancy schmancy manifesting generators. Now, although generators make up 70% of the population, that 70% is split into two types. There's the pure generators and there's the manifesting generators. So the pure generators make up about 33% of the population, while the manifesting generators make up the remaining 30 something percent. Yeah, just split that 70% into half and you have one half are pure generators, one half are manifesting generator. Being a manifesting generator doesn't give you any special rights to manifestation like the manifestor types. Nope. Basically, a manifesting generator is just a generator with some manifesting potential thrown in for good measure. Their aura still functions the same as a pure generator. All generators have an open aura that's just begging for a beer hug. So whether you're a pure generator or a manifesting generator, you're naturally open to auric contact. This means that they are constantly taking in information, experiencing the world around them, almost like a sponge. However, being open to auric contact is what allows you to tap into your life force and feel a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in your life. Now let's talk about projectors. Projectors are the Yodas of the human design world, except they don't speak in backwards sentences. Projectors make up a solid 20% of the population. They are living, breathing beings that possess the superpower of guiding others towards success. In this sense, projectors are more like the projector machine. You connect your phone to a projector or your laptop or your TV. The projector is going to project whatever is on that device. The projector would not function without the device because it doesn't have anything to project. Human design projectors function similar to this. And this is why projectors are called non-energy beings. They need energy from an external source. Projectors are gifted at guiding others and helping them use their energy more efficiently. They're like energy coaches, but without the whistle and clipboard. A projector is the only type that has the ability to know you better than you know yourself. I shit you not. And guide you from there. Projectors have a knack for seeing what's really going on in people, which makes them excellent at giving advice. Just don't expect them to work consistently. They need recognition and appreciation to keep their energy flowing. So if you want to succeed, befriend a projector. And if you're a projector, go and find your tribe. Now, last but not the least are reflectors. Reflectors are like the unicorns of the human population. Rare, magical, and only make up about 1% of the population. Yes, reflectors make up only 1%. Personally, I've never met a reflector in person. Yeah, that's how rare they are. I'm still looking for a reflector. If you're out here watching this and you're a reflector, please reach out to me so that I can study you. Thank you. These rare humans experience time in a way that's different from the rest of us mortals. Oh, and did I mention they have a special relationship with the moon? Yeah, no big deal. Think of reflectors as the human equivalent of a funhouse mirror, but without the distorted image. They have the unique ability to reflect the energy of the world around them. And boy, do they reflect it well. It's like having a walking, talking mood ring. You'll always know how the environment is affecting them because it's written all over their face. They can tell you if the vibes are good or if they need to pack up and move to a new city. Reflectors are like the human version of a weatherman, except instead of predicting rain, they are predicting the emotional climate. They can sample others as they move through life and discern what's happening in others. Human design, strategy, and authority. Now, Ra, the man who discovered the human design system, said that this knowledge, this human design system, is primarily for our children. Its primary benefit is to those who haven't yet been deeply conditioned. Children have the capacity to quickly grasp their design, so it's a highly recommended tool for parenting. Now, let's face it, most of us are a hot mess when it comes to our human design. We've been conditioned by everyone and their mother, literally, and it's hard to untangle ourselves from all that baggage. But the real kicker is those pesky white or open centers in our chart. Now, these open centers are like giant neon signs that say, hey, I'm vulnerable over here. And boy, do we get distorted trying to fill those empty spaces. If you've got an open heart center, for instance, you might spend your whole life trying to prove your worth and boost your self-esteem. It's like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. So the next time you're feeling out of sorts, take a peek at your chart and see which centers are open. It might just give you a clue as to why you're feeling so darn lost. As human beings, we're genetically programmed to be attracted to differences. It's not some weird dating app algorithm. No, it's just science. But here's the catch. Because our centers, those little energy hubs in our body, like your chakra systems, they aren't always consistent. We end up chasing after things that aren't meant for us. And when those things inevitably slip away, we're left feeling like a sad puppy at the pound. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work. And that's why we see so many people out there who don't really respect or like themselves. They're living their lives trying to be something they're not, and it's a recipe for misery. In human design, this is called living the conditioned life. Human design allows us to embrace our true selves, quirks and all. Trust me, being yourself is a lot more fun than trying to be someone else. In order for your authenticity or your true self to emerge from layers of conditioning, you have to let go of your habitual attachment to identifying with what you are not. Letting go is a slow process. Now, each of us has a unique way of dealing with the world around us, using what we call our strategy and authority. Now, personally, I call it the rod and the staff, which is used to guide us through life. The rod is our strategy, and your strategy is how we navigate the world and make things happen. It's like our personal GPS system. The staff is our authority. Authority is the way in which we make decisions that are right for us. It's like our personal decision-making coach. When we're not following our strategy and authority, we get all out of whack and end up with a not self theme. It's like we're trying to use someone else's GPS system and decision-making coach. Not a good idea. But when we're in alignment, we're like a well-oiled machine, and our signature is the signal that we are on the right track. So follow your rod and your staff and you'll be just fine. Each design type has its own unique strategy and authority. Now for manifestors, their strategy is to inform and their authority is to initiate. Manifestors are here to understand their impact on others. It is key for manifestors to inform. It's not necessarily asking for permission. It's just to give a heads up. Manifestors who are operating from their not self theme don't carry people along. And because of that, they end up meeting a lot of resistance as they go through life. Manifestors are here to understand their impact on others. Now, when a manifestor is living according to their design, their signature is peace. That is, it brings them peace. But when they're operating from their not self theme, they're constantly angry. Yeah, manifestors have serious anger issues. Now, manifestors are the only design with the authority to initiate. Now let's move on to generators. Generators are here to know themselves. Their strategy is to wait to respond, and their authority is to listen to their gut. Generators are basically responding to life as it comes at them, but they also have to be very cognizant of their authority. They have to listen to their gut, like, is it a yes or a no? Because a lot of the time you have generators making decisions on the spot, and then 30 years later they are married to their mistake. So yeah. Now, when a generator is living according to their design, their signature is satisfaction. So it brings them satisfaction. But when they're in their not self theme, it brings them frustration. We have a lot of frustrated generators out there, like seriously. Now let's move on to projectors. Projectors are here to know the other. Their strategy is to wait for the invite. You wait for the other to invite you, wait for life to invite you, and you initiate. Now, this waiting for invite, guy, sometimes you go wait, you go tire. My human design type is a projector. Being a projector is hard work, man, because you're out here with all these resources, all this knowledge, all these things that you want to share, all this guidance you want to give, but it's like nobody's inviting you because a lot of people are still operating from not self-theme. Or in a generator world, a lot of people are just distracted by life. If projectors chase things, it usually never works out and they end up being resentful. So it's better for them to just take a step back and wait. Now, when a projector is living according to their design, it brings them success. They're successful in whatever they do. But when they're not in alignment with their design, there's a lot of bitterness. So their not self-theme is bitterness. Reflectors. Now, reflectors have a unique strategy. Like I said earlier, they have a special relationship with the moon, and this is part of their strategy. The reflector strategy is to wait one lunar cycle before they make any major decisions. Yeah, they have to wait a whole month. Waiting allows them the space and time to feel their way through all of their different emotions related to a specific situation before acting on them. This ensures a reflector type isn't too hasty when it comes to making important decisions. However, they do not have any inner authority because they don't have any defined centers. Yeah, they have all open centers. When a reflector is living according to their design, they experience happiness. But when in their not self, they experience life, they go through life disappointed. Reflectors have no specific view. It is the environment they're in that determines how they act. It is very important for reflectors to be in the right environment. That's how each type responds to life based on their strategy and authority. Now, in subsequent videos, I'll dive deeper into each type and how I've experienced them.